We're going straight to Delhi's Satya Niketan, where an under-construction building has collapsed. This incident took place at around 11 o'clock today. 4 laborers are feared trapped for 3 hours. Fire tenders are at the spot. Rescue operations are underway. Without much delay, I'm going to go across to Shreya Chatterjee, who's at the location, getting us the very latest. Shreya, what more can you tell us? Shreya, what more details can you share with us about the progress of the rescue work?
Well, Sneha, as I said, that one person has already been brought outside. The NDRF was successful in cutting through that debris, making a wall. This is one person who I believe was got outside. And from our visuals, we did see that he was in a conscious state. He's been rushed to the hospital. There's another ambulance on standby. I believe that a second laborer is also soon going to be brought outside. So with the help of one of the laborers, the NDRF has successfully made that debris at that very coordinate where the laborers were stuck. One laborer has been got outside. Another, second person we are also saying is being brought outside right now.
So some good news coming in. One person has been pulled out alive from the debris is what Shreya is telling us. He seemed to be conscious. He's been rushed to the hospital. Also, Shreya, you did tell us initially that we believe that there are 5 laborers trapped under the debris. I know difficult to talk about that, but the mayor did come out and say that not more than 2 or 3.
Well, yes, we also got a word with the mayor, and the mayor says that there was an inquiry also that they had.
We'll just try and rectify the audio line with Shreya. We apologize for that. But these are visuals, remember, on your screen from the rescue operation. Cutters are being used to break open that grill to pull out laborers who were working in that under construction building. It's possible that that was not authorized. That's the indication that has come in from authorities. But cutters were being used to break open the grill to pull out laborers. At least 5 of them who are believed to be trapped under the debris there. The mayor, South Delhi mayor, who was in fact at the spot, came out and said that 2 to 3 laborers are believed to be trapped, and they could also hear voices. There were some rescue calls also that were made. One person has been pulled out, and the person has been rushed to the hospital. NDRF personnel, as you can see, are using cutters to break open that grill to pull out laborers who are trapped in that debris of an under construction building that came down at 11 a.m. this morning. A series of reactions that have come in from onlookers, from the locals, then also the mayor, South Delhi mayor. Listen.
मेरी जो जानकारी में है, मकान मालिक यहाँ नहीं रहते, जो ओनर्स हैं, तो उनको भी कहीं ना कहीं किसी माध्यम से इंटीमेट करने की कोशिश करी गई है अभी तत्काल फिलहाल से, और विभाग के सभी अधिकारी इस चीज़ को कवर करने के लिए, बताने के लिए लगे हुए हैं।
मस्जिद बन रहे थे क्या सर इसके अंदर?
नहीं, ऐसी कोई जानकारी नहीं है। मुझे मेरी जानकारी में है कि किसी का अपना घर था, वो उसके रिपेयर करना चाह रहे थे, क्योंकि कहीं बजट का अगर इशू था तो उनको लगा कि हम इसको रिपेयर करके, बट निगम ने अपना कार्य, जो बिल्डिंग पूरी खतरनाक जोन में थी, डेंजर जोन में थी, वो अपनी घोषणा करके पूरा पत्रा व्यवहार के साथ में पूरे पत्र के, लेटर के, चिट्ठियाँ करके हमने इसको दिया हुआ था। पहले से 31 मार्च को निगम ने इस पर नोटिस चिपकाया था। उसके बाद में 14 अप्रैल को थाने में, फिर एसडीएम को, इन सबको विभाग ने पत्र देने का, इंटीमेट करने का काम किया गया था। वो सब पत्र की कॉपी निगम के अधिकारियों के पास में, हमारे पास में है।
मेरा भतीजा फंसे हुए है सर।
अच्छा, क्या नाम है उनका?
नसीम नाम है।
नसीम नाम है
जी सर।
अच्छा, क्या करते थे वो नसीम यहाँ पे?
काम कर रहा था सर इसमें।
अच्छा, क्या काम करते थे?
यही सिविल लाइन का काम कर रहा था, मकान का काम।
अच्छा, तो आपकी कुछ बात हुई है, क्या है?
नहीं, बात नहीं हुआ सर हमको।
One person has been pulled out alive. We just put those pictures out. On your screen are the rescue work that is going on right now. As you can see, is a young person, appears to be a laborer. Remember, this was an under construction building, so there was nobody living there per se, but it was an update again. Thankfully, one more person has been pulled out. We'll just try and get more details of the rescue work, but These are laborers that were trapped under the debris, and one person, two people in fact have been pulled out, as you can see on your screens right now. That's the NDRF at work trying to pull out the laborers who were trapped under the debris of an under construction building that came down at 11 o'clock today. Two people have been rescued is what we've been given to understand. We'll try and get more details about the second person and how he is doing. But the first one was conscious and has been taken to the hospital. We also saw visuals of the first laborer who was in fact pulled out, assisted by the Delhi police as well as the NDRF, where the NDRF is at work since around 1 o'clock today to rescue laborers who were trapped inside that under construction building that came down at 11 o'clock in South Delhi. Satya Niketan. Pictures on your screen are of the work of NDRF workers, in fact, who are pulling out laborers trapped inside who were working, carrying out repair work on that old structure. On the right side of your screens is of the first laborer who was pulled out. As you can see, the NDRF and the Delhi police there at work pulling out the laborer, in fact, and the other person, there's a second laborer also who has been pulled out of this debris. A miraculous escape for the laborer there on your screens, thankfully being pulled out alive by the NDRF and also being assisted by the Delhi police. They're now taken to hospital. The South Delhi mayor in fact came out and said that they believe there are 2 to 3 people trapped inside. There could be more, there could be 5 at least, is what Shreya told us initially. We'll also try and go across to Shreya for more on that. But there are laborers, more laborers believed to be trapped under that debris. It was an under construction building where repair work was being carried out. Onlookers and locals have come out and said that this was unauthorized. The mayor has also indicated that this building was essentially in the danger zone. Big questions that remain unanswered. How was this repair work being allowed then in that case in South Delhi's posh Satya Niketan area? How was that even possible? Why were authorities not given a heads up? Did the authorities know? Who is the owner? How is he going to be held accountable? We'll just try and go across to Shreya, who's getting us more on that. Shreya, what's the latest?
Well, Sneha, one person in front of us was got outside from this debris, and we also spoke to the mayor, and he said that the action will be taken against the building owner. He was aware of the name of the person who owns this particular building. He says that the person stays outside, he doesn't reside in Delhi. But he says that they were aware of the fact that this was an illegal construction, and it was on 31st of March that they had intimated the police and the SDM. So that is the South Delhi mayor on record to India Today, and that is what he has to say. We also asked him about the allegations being leveled by the neighbor, but he says that he is not aware of anything, but if at all there is any veracity to the allegations, strict action will be taken. That's on the part of the investigation. As far as the rescue work is concerned, you can see that the debris is being removed so that further people stuck inside could be got out from that hole that the NDRF has cut into the slab. They are moving the stones one by one, the bricks one by one, so that the people who are still there, I believe, 2 to 3 more are being sure to be trapped inside till now. And one in front of us, he was got outside. The only, the glimmer of hope is when the person was rescued, we saw that he was in a conscious state.
Okay, we are being told that the rescue work is on right now. One person has been rescued, and on your screens, efforts being made to pull out another person. In fact, the NDRF has, as you can see, these visuals reflect another person that the NDRF has managed to rescue, almost rescue. We'll try and get more details on that, but one person has been brought out alive and is conscious. That person is on the right side of your screen. You can see has been rushed to the hospital. On the left side, efforts being made to pull out another laborer there. We're just hoping that they manage to save the life of the laborer trapped under the debris of what could be an unauthorized construction. We'll also try and verify more details on that. Right now, these are allegations being made by locals who live in that area, talking about the building mafia. On the right is of the first laborer who was rescued, has just managed to come out with the assistance of the NDRF, and with the Delhi police, they're helping him out, has been taken to the hospital. On the left side, these are pictures of the NDRF trying to pull out another laborer from the debris. A building collapse that took place in Satya Niketan in Delhi, which is in South Delhi, a posh area. Shreya continues to be with us. Shreya, in fact, we are showing our viewers these visuals of a difficult rescue operation that's being carried out by the NDRF. Obviously, there's a great amount of hope that after the first person was pulled out alive, the second one would also be pulled out alive successfully. And if you could give us a little more about what the authorities are indicating as of now.
Well, the authorities are definitely indicating that they're trying their level best to get all those stuck inside in a good condition. Now, the only good part of the operation so far is that the NDRF took the help of a laborer who was inside, who managed to escape, to get the coordinates of those who were stuck. That has helped the NDRF to establish a focal point where they have made a hole, and from that very place they are trying to get each one of them out. I believe 2 to 3 more people are right now stuck inside, but the visuals that we saw of one of the laborers who were brought outside, is a glimmer of hope, because that one laborer we saw was in a conscious state, and that is exactly the attempt that the NDRF is also making to ensure that the rescue operation is in a way helpful to get all and each of them who are stuck inside in a hale and hearty condition. So we'll have to wait for some more time. The only reason that the rescue operation is a little bit slowed is because of the obstacles that are on the way for the gas cutter, because there are iron rods, there are grills that has to be cut through before you remove the bricks, before you remove the debris. And obviously, because it's a very narrow lane, you can't really bulldoze the area. You can't really use the bulldozer to clear the debris. All the more because there are live people who are stuck inside. So a bulldozer can't continue the work, so that it can be a fast work of removing the debris. So it's a manual work, if I could say in a better term, that they are manually cutting through the iron rods to the debris, removing the bricks, removing the debris with the hand, and from that they are getting the laborers who are stuck inside out. As I said earlier, I repeat, the only glimmer of hope was that when one of the laborers was brought outside in front of us, he was in a conscious state. So that's the attempt that the NDRF, the Civil Defense, the Delhi Police and the Delhi Fire Service, all of them put together. They're trying their best to ensure that whoever is inside, be the figure of 2 or 3, because that's the figure that we are getting, that it's either 2 to 3 people who are inside can be rescued in a hale and hearty condition.
Absolutely, Shreya. Glimmer of hope as we saw those visuals of that miraculous escape for the young man there who was in fact trapped under the debris, brought out by the NDRF. On the right side of your screens is the visual, in fact, of the first laborer who was pulled out by the NDRF with the help of the police. The rescue work is ongoing right now to pull out the other laborers. And these are live visuals on your screen of the kind of work that's being carried out. Remember, this was an under construction building that collapsed at 11 o'clock today. Shreya continues to be with us. Shreya, in fact, the onlookers there, also the locals, have alleged that this was not authorized. The building was in the danger zone. The mayor has come out and also said that an investigation is going to be carried out.
Well, absolutely. That's exactly what we did here. And, Sneha, because there were so many allegations that came forward from the neighbors, we only thought that it was right to question the South Delhi mayor on those allegations, and we did ask the South Delhi mayor that has he been apprised of any such incident. So his first reaction was that it's also the duty of the neighbors to intimate us if there is any illegal, unauthorized work that's happening in their locality. But he said that there was an intimation that was sent in to the Delhi
Yes,
police and
Shreya,
the
we'll just
SDF.
come back to you. Give me 10 seconds. There's a reaction that has come in from Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who's spoken out. He's put out a tweet saying that this incident, in fact, is a sad incident. The district administration is engaged in relief and rescue work, and he says that he has all the information, and he is, in fact, in touch with the authorities, is what he has put out on Twitter. So we have a reaction, the first one, coming in from the Delhi Chief Minister. Shreya continues to be with us. Shreya, you were, of course, giving out the details of the allegations that are being made. And even as the rescue work is underway, and it is believed that there could be more than 2 laborers who could be under that debris.
कटर के जरिए और छत को काटने के बाद अब शख्स को जो है वो बाहर
That we're getting in, because obviously it's very difficult for the team present over here to also corroborate that until and unless the entire rescue work is completed or they verify that there's no more person who's stuck inside. But still now, the number that they have been given are from the laborers who had managed to escape. They are the ones who said that at least 4 to 5 people were stuck. We did see that at least, one person has been rescued. So we have to wait and watch for the complete rescue operation to get over. But I believe there will be an action against the building owner. And from what I was talking about earlier, where the South Delhi mayor has, when we asked him about the owner of the building, he said that he wasn't aware of who the owner was, but he was aware that the building owner doesn't reside in Delhi. He said that the allegations that are being leveled will be looked into and appropriate action will be taken. But I repeat, Sneha, what the mayor said, that he intimated the Delhi police, the SDM on 31st of March. See the timeline, Sneha, it's almost going to be a month from that very intimation. And the question arises that even then, how could the work actually continue if from the local body, if from the South Delhi mayor itself, that an intimation was sent to Delhi police and the SDM that the work was carried out. So there are so many questions that we need to answer, because if an unauthorized work can happen in a locality like Satya Niketan, that in itself puts a question on the law and order system that allows such work to continue, because if that wouldn't happen, this man-made disaster could have been averted.
Did this building have the required orders for the repair work that it was so boldly carrying out? It appears that it did not, because the mayor did come out and say that they are looking at this matter. This building was in the danger zone. Repair work was going on, viewers. This was a paying guest accommodation undergoing repair work is what we know. What we also know is that 2 workers have been pulled out, is what authorities have confirmed to India Today. Visuals on your screen of the rescue work that the NDRF is undertaking right now. Shreya has been telling us that the ambulances are ready. The rescued have been taken to a hospital. A miracle of sorts, with the NDRF also managing to, in fact, provide water bottles to the laborers who were trapped under the debris. The South Delhi mayor did come out and say that distress calls were also made by those who were trapped under the debris. And 2 to 3 laborers are believed to be trapped inside. We just hope the number is not more, and that all the laborers who were working come out very soon. We have a confirmation on 2 of them who have been able to be pulled out of that debris that came down, of the building essentially that came down today in posh Satya Niketan area of South Delhi. Shreya continues to be with us. This essentially also underscores the problem. Imagine, Shreya, this was South Delhi that we are talking about. The problem of under construction buildings that are not authorized to carry out the repair work and also not authorized to carry out the construction work happens all over the national capital.
Well, absolutely. And the fact that in posh localities like that of South Delhi, if such illegal work is carried forward, then, we can only know what is happening in the rest of the part of the the capital region as well as the nation. But the question is that there was an information about the illegal work that was happening, because we have the South Delhi mayor on record who said that he had intimated the SDM and the Delhi police, that too as early as 31st of March. We are almost at a timeline which is a month away from that intimation that was sent out. Even then, what had proceeded? If there was a an intimation of illegal construction that was sent to the local authorities. Why was no action taken? Because if that action would have been taken, this kind of a situation could have been averted. People's lives would have not been put at risk, and definitely this is nothing less than a man-made disaster, because if you're doing an illegal work, if you're doing an illegal construction, that really raises that question that if you were putting the people at danger. But the question more is that there's the person in authority, the South Delhi mayor, on record saying that an intimation was sent out. Even then, why was no action taken? Because that is the reason we see these visuals on our screen right now, where the NDRF, the civil defense, the Delhi police, the Delhi fire service is right now pressing into action to rescue those who are inside. We believe that 2 to 3 are still stuck inside, and we're getting information that at least 3 of them have been brought out. One of them, who was brought outside in front of them, in front of us, was in a conscious state. Sneha, I'm bringing you another information, Sneha, that another laborer, I believe, is right now going to be brought outside. He has been pulled out from the debris. So this is another laborer who is being brought outside. As we can see the visuals, this person is being brought outside right now. You can see he's being brought outside. He's being taken into the ambulance. This is, I believe, the 4th person. 3 people had already been taken out. This is the 4th person who has been brought outside, and he's been taken inside in the ambulance.
All right, we have a confirmation of a 3rd person being pulled out and has been put into the ambulance and is being taken for the immediate medical attention that the laborer, who was in fact trapped under that debris, would require at this point in time. 2 men who were pulled out were alive, thankfully, Shreya. Any more details, if you could get a glimpse of the 3rd person? Was he in a conscious state, Shreya?
I mean, it would be wrong for any assumption to be made right now, because we couldn't really get a very clean glimpse of the person, because Delhi police is also trying to keep us at bay, so that
taken in the ambulance and moved to the hospital. So I couldn't really catch a good glimpse of the person, but we can only hope that the person is in a safe and a secure condition. But the one person that we saw prior was in a conscious state. We obviously will have to wait and watch. But I believe that, soon probably the rest of them who were stuck inside will also be got outside, because NDRF has said that the rescue work has taken speed, because they are made to cut through that very debris, and they are right now trying to get the others who are also stuck inside.
It's the very latest. 3 people have been pulled out. We have a confirmation on 2 laborers being alive or when they were pulled out of the debris. We'll try and get more details on the 3rd one also, thankfully, who's been pulled out. Shreya, I know a little difficult given that the NDRF is extremely busy in trying to ensure that everybody is pulled out alive and is safe, essentially. But if you could give us an idea, since the mayor came out and said that 2 or 3 laborers are trapped inside and not more, but initially the information was that there could be at least 5.
Well, yes, the information was initially that there were 5 people stuck inside. But Sneha, these are information only from what the ones who were inside could give. So the laborers, at least 16 of them were working. Most of them fled, and it was only the laborers who were working had first given a figure of 5. But the South Delhi mayor confirmed that it was only 4 people who were stuck inside. We are being told that 3 of them have already been got outside, so we'll probably have to wait for 1 more person. But we'll have to wait and watch, because these figures are only words that you can hear from those who were there. It can only be corroborated once the NDRF or the other rescue team goes on record. But as you see, the visuals, the rescue work is on its way. So definitely we can say that they're still ascertaining that whether more people are stuck inside or not, and only then they'll come out first and give us a proper statement.
Horrific picture, but questions are being obviously raised on what really has gone wrong there. We'll in fact try and also get more details on the owner, who really is the owner of the building. It's a paying guest accommodation. But thankfully, 3 laborers have been pulled out. They were working at this building, which was undergoing some repair work. It was not authorized. It was in the danger zone, as what Shreya has really picked up. The South Delhi mayor also came out and said that 2 to 3 laborers are believed to be trapped inside. At least 2 of them were pulled out alive. We saw visuals of one on the extreme right side of your screen of a young man who has been pulled out alive by the NDRF with the help of the Delhi police there and has been taken to the hospital. A second person also pulled out alive. A third one, we'll try and get more details. We are hoping the person is well all 3 laborers in fact have been rushed to the hospital for the medical attention that they so urgently need right now. Shreya in fact continues to be with us. Shreya, some allegations have been flying thick and fast, but of course we need to verify. Many locals have come out and said to you, we just heard them a while ago, that this is a builder mafia. We'll try and in fact continue to get more details on that. For the moment, to tell our viewers that we are pausing for a break. Our coverage continues on the other side. An important story. 3 laborers thankfully have been pulled out of the debris. At least 2 of them were pulled out alive is what we know. Halting.